I'm using my homegrown tomatoes to make my own pasta sauce. This is a very proud moment. I grew tomatoes from seed for the first year, and look at what we got. So let's get into it. So this is me yapping, but I'm just scoring the tomatoes, making an X at the bottom. I use mostly San Marzano and Roma and a few slicer tomatoes, but I can't remember the variety for those. And after I scored them all, I placed them in boiling water for 1 to 2 minutes. After boiling them, I placed them in an ice bath. The second batch, it took a while to get them all out, and so some of them are overcooked, but overall, I think it turned out well. Next, I diced up my onions while my tomatoes were cooling off. My onions were very small, so I had to use like 3 or 4. I think it's because I interplanted them, so I wouldn't do that next year. This part is sped up, but I'm using where I scored the tomatoes to peel the skin off, and then I cored the other end of the tomato. And now I'm just sauteing my onions for a few minutes, and after those have cooked down a bit, I added in my garlic. This is the only thing not from my garden, and because I had so little fresh garlic, I had to use some garlic. Then I diced up my tomatoes and added them in with the onions and garlic, and I added salt and pepper and let it simmer for an hour and a half, and this is how it's looking. It needs some more salt. Obviously the tomato flavor is great. It's there. It tastes very fresh. I do think it needs some more salt and pepper though. I also have some basil. I have some basil that I'm going to chop and add in. So I just added in some chopped basil. When I'm ready to cook with this, I will go back and blend it up. I'm just used to a more smoother consistency, and that's what a lot of people do. But I just didn't feel like doing all of that tonight. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It was a little tart. But y'all know that's very easy to fix. So I think it was successful. I put it in an old pasta jar, and it's the same amount that I would get from the store.